This video is about a mother of 1,500 children, who is now 71 years old. People lovingly call her the Mother of Orphans. She was born in a poor family in Maharashtra, India, where education was not even an option. Instead of sending her to school, her family asked her to take care of buffaloes. When she was just 9 years old, she was married to a man of 30 years old. By the time she was 19, she had 3 sons and she was pregnant. She and the women in the village were forced and exploited to work really hard by a rude, heartless man and pay them nothing. Her life was as same as many women lived during those days. But Sindhutai want to stop all this exploitation. So she went and informed the local collector and stopped this man from exploiting women. As a revenge, this man told Sindhutai's husband, Sabkar, a big lie, that she was having wrong relationship with many men and the baby she was carrying is not his, and poisoned his mind to kill her and the baby in the womb, else he said he will kill him. Believing this lie, Sabkal went and kicked Sindhutai several times in her stomach to kill the baby and her. Sindhutai fell unconscious. Thinking she was dead, he dragged her to the cowshed, so people may assume that she was tampered by the buffaloes and cows. But she was not dead, she was just unconscious. When she opened her eyes, she saw a cow standing just above her and protecting her from other cows and buffaloes. Even when the in-laws came to check whether she was dead, the cow chased them away from getting near her. Hours passed. Slowly, Sindhutai gained consciousness and gave birth to a beautiful baby girl under the cow without any assistance. She took a rock near her and struck several times just to cut her umbilical cord to free the baby. When she regained enough strength, she embraced the cow and told, "As you protected me, I will protect others who are in need." Her life began to worsen when even her biological family rejected her. As a tradition in those days, married women cannot go back to their parents. She was homeless, she was weak, she was starving, and she was helpless. To avoid being exploited again, she slept in a crematorium along with her baby. She took the wheat that was thrown over the dead bodies and used the fire of the burning corpses to cook them. What a tragedy life she was living. It became such a depressing life for her and her baby that she decided to commit suicide. She went to a railway track with her child in her arms and laid waiting for the train to crush them. But soon she heard a man crying in anguish. She saw an old, crippled man crying for food and water, but she had nothing to offer. So she went and begged and got him some food and water. And she was thinking that old man was the voice of the God who stopped her from committing suicide. So she thought to do something and contribute to this world instead of committing suicide. But yet she was unclear what she is going to do. She sat under the tree in a field and wandering continuously. I have nothing, I have no one, and I'm helpless. How can I possibly help anyone? She was asking these questions repeatedly to herself. Hours passed, and then she saw that there was a branch of tree that was broken and hanging by a single string, giving her and her child a cool shade. So she thought, this is the answer. However much I have been beaten and broken down, I could still do something for others. As this branch of tree given me shade, I still can do something to others, even if I'm broken. So she started going and finding homeless, abandoned and orphaned children, and she became their mother by taking care of them. Somehow she learned how to sing really nice and begged with her singing. Whatever she earned, she used it for orphaned children and kept them safe. Over a period of time, people saw her efforts in taking care and changing the life of these children, so they built an orphanage for her. Over the years, she had about 1,500 children. She made a tremendous difference in these children's life. She gave them education, and many of them are doctors, lawyers, and farmers. On March 2018, on Women's Day, she was honored an award, Nari Shakti Award, from the President of India. This is the highest civilian award dedicated for women. She won so many awards internationally for her accomplishments. Years and years later, after the President of India gave her awards, and after receiving so many international awards, an old man came to her orphanage seeking for food and shelter. He was starving, he was sick, and he was homeless. But Sindhutai recognized him that this man was actually her ex-husband, who tried to kill her and her baby many years ago. And here is where the most meaningful and fulfilling thing she ever did in her life. And that is, she forgave him. She said to her ex-husband that I will give you shelter, but not as your wife, as your mother. I will give you shelter as a mother. When people would visit the orphanage, she would introduce him as her eldest son. She took a proper care of him until he died at an age of 92 years. The baby girl who born under the cow is now a medical doctor, and she is taking charge of one of the orphanages. And Sindhutai says, all the tragedy in my life have been gifts to empower me. It empowered me to make a difference in others' life. I made my life beautiful, and I could add beauty to others' life too. And she continues her service in taking care of orphanage children.